Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. This game could have a huge impact on the trajectory of both teams' seasons as each are trying to break into the top 25. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Horned Frogs will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Jayhawks offense will take the first swing of the game. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Daniels. A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Find some fresh air. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. On the run, it's Neal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, that linebacker timed that so well. I'm surprised the running back actually held onto the football after that big hit. They are so lucky. Wow.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Open space at the 25. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. He can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Horned Frogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Got him, and nobody's close. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now on first down from the 43. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Catch in the middle, it's Richardson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. The run to the left. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Well, jet sweep pass. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete on third down. The Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And come on now, O-line. You've got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
He rifles one deep down the right side. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Horned Frogs are on the move. He'll come out throwing on first down. Steps away to find some room. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I love when you change the launch point, when you move the quarterback and bootleg him outside of the pocket. You can see he does a really good job of gaining depth as he goes outside. Now he's a threat to run the football or throw it. Guys have to drop back a little bit, then he can run the football and get a positive gain.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. It's complete to the right. Into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score. TCU 14, Kansas.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Kansas offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. It's a draw. Nice move to stay on his feet. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
You can clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Jayhawks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the grab. It's Richardson. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
While he was putting up big numbers coming into this one, we knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep him honest. Pound that rock.
Hey, get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. And the Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Kansas, 7.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Arnold. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. With the catch, it's Neal. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on 2nd down. It's complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
To the air, it's Daniels. Looking for a deep man. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a... Oh, they block it! The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Kansas.
Final seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to put up 3. Got to make sure they're sound in protection. They had one blocked earlier. And it's good from 58 yards out. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Jayhawks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Got a man. It's Richardson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Back to the air one more time. Feeling some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. The Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. The option look. The pitch. Oh, spins away. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Snags it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And he had to bend that one back in with the help of the right upright, but it counts. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
TCU 28, Kansas 10.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on defense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Great coverage, great break on the ball, had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you gotta secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
The snap sets up to throw. He's right on target. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Jayhawks are on the move. To the ground with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Arnold. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Now on the option. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And the Jayhawks will move the sticks with the first down. Man, you want to talk about confidence in your running game on 4th down to keep it on the ground from that distance and pick up the first down.
That's one of those things in practice, coaches probably like, anybody, any place, anytime, anywhere, this is who we are, we're physical. And they showed it.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Now on 2nd and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas. Just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him, I got him, no, well, no, we got him.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul in Oxford who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UMass. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Gonna run it. It's Sanders. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Cook. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Horned Frogs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
TCU 35, Kansas 17.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Fires to the wideout. And he intercepts it.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost in.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a gap. It's Cook. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they've put together 3 consecutive wins.